What's going on YouTube? Examples here, coming at you with a brand new video, and first and foremost I just want to apologise for not uploading during the week that I was away. I did have a few videos planned. You will see some of those videos re-recorded by myself, solely enough because I went to edit them in Sony Vegas and I had an audio issue. I looked into why I had an audio issue, and for some reason when I have my USB cable plugged into my PS4, you can't hear game sound for whatever reason. I don't understand why. Probably the way I've got things set up. I'll have to look into it and sort it out in the future. But nevertheless, there was no game sound or whatsoever coming from my PS4 when I had that plugged into the USB for my Astros plugged into the PS4. So I've actually got it plugged into my PC for these particular recordings now. I didn't realise that was happening until obviously I got into the editing phase. But nevertheless, I apologise about that, but we are back and we are going to be uploading daily. So today's video is all about a product that I've recently picked up with regards to trying to help me focus a little bit more in competitive Call of Duty, because I seem to find myself drifting sometimes in the game. I don't really know why, but sometimes I'll glance at my phone when I shouldn't be glancing at my phone, all that kind of stuff. And all of the energy drinks that I used to have, like the Monsters, the Red Bulls, all of that kind of stuff, They still work in a way, like they're still a refreshing drink, but they don't really have that kick and that energy factor for me anymore. So I thought to myself, I've had G Fuel before, let's go and pick some of that up. So I went on to Lime XB, didn't have G Fuel, but they had X Gamer, which is pretty much the same thing, which is what this tub right here is. They had this bad boy on sale, well not on sale, but they had it for sale even on the website, so I thought I'll pick up a couple of tubs of this. My initial thought was I'll pick up one tub and I'll pick up a shaker cup, because the shaker cup I've got at the moment is my G Fuel shaker cup that obviously I had when I had G Fuel in the past. So I thought, oh, I'll pick up a shaker cup. But then I had a look at like the pictures of the tubs. Obviously it's a little bit off-putting the way that they picture it sometimes, because it looks a little bit smaller than it actually is. And I thought if they're the same size as G Fuel tubs, I got through my G Fuel tubs very, very quickly. So I thought to myself, I'll buy 2 tubs and I'll get a shaker cup later on, because I only had money for either a shaker cup and a tub or 2 tubs. So I picked up 2 tubs. They came, and obviously they're about twice the size of G Fuel tubs. So I thought to myself, okay, if I had known that, I probably would have bought a shaker cup. But nevertheless, it doesn't really matter too much, solely that because I do have a shaker cup to drink this particular drink with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be having this drink throughout the time that I'm playing the game on this video for you guys. And then when I finish the video, I'm going to basically give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, and a little bit of a review on this particular energy drink, or this particular variation of energy drink. One thing I will state is I'm not going to be using the top 3 classes, the VMP, the Kuda or the Weevil, because I find them a little bit too easy to use. So I'm going to be using the Pharaoh. The main reason I'm using this over the other ones is, number 1, I want to make this a little bit more of a challenge for myself, and number 2, the roles in our competitive team have slightly changed as of tonight. I'm going to be going into a more sub-orientated role, but I'm still playing a hybrid role, so if we need 3 ARs, I'm more than happy to bring out another AR, but my main focus is playing as a sub player now. So I've got to get used to pretty much all the submachine guns again. I'm used to the VMP, I'm used to the Kuda, I'm used to the Weevil, I'm used to the Vespa, but I'm not used to the Pharaoh, and the Razorback doesn't really see much play anyway. So I'm going to be using the Pharaoh in today's game. But nevertheless, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a lobby, I'm going to load it up, and I'll see. Okay, so it looks like we have found ourselves a lobby. It is on Hunted, so it's not the greatest map for a submachine gun player in a respawn game mode, in my personal opinion. But nevertheless, we are playing Hardpoint on Hunted. So I'm going to try my best to use this Pharaoh to the best of my ability. So I am, as I said, going to be drinking the X Gamer throughout this video. I was about to say G Fuel there because I was reading the shaker cup, but I am going to be drinking this throughout this particular video. I'm not going to say too much during the video on this particular product. I'm going to leave all of that until the end. I'm just going to focus the commentary whilst I'm playing on this particular game, and then we'll go forward from there. Hopefully we can pick up the victory. I've just noticed there's a guy that thinks he's on Fabi on my team, which is, where is he? Fabi Ipone. I don't know whether that is legit or not. I'm not going to bother looking into it, but that was something that just caught my eye as I loaded into this particular game. But nevertheless, let's focus up and let's get this victory. Now I know the first hard point is on the bridge, because when this game first came out, every single map was pretty much in the rotation for everything. So you had Hunted on Capture the Flag, you had Hunted on Hardpoint, you had Hunted for Search and Destroy, you literally had Hunted on absolutely everything. You had also, what else was there? You had another game, not another game, another map that was pretty much on everything as well. But I can't actually remember what that map was. What map was it? Well, obviously it was all of them, but I'm trying to think of one that isn't in the current rotation, which is Aquarium. They didn't have, well, they had Aquarium. Obviously, they don't have Aquarium anymore, but they used to have Aquarium in the rotation at the start of this game. Like absolutely everything else, they had pretty much everything in the rotation. But right now, started off fairly well at 3-1. The hill's about to rotate, so if I remember correctly, it rotates this way, I want to say. Nope, well, yeah, it does, but not where I stood. So that kind of shows you how long ago this particular map was in the rotation for. It was a very... Okay, that guy didn't want to die, but it's a very, very long time since this particular map has been in the rotation, so I'm still a little bit rusty on the rotations of the hills, but hopefully we can sort that out and we can get used to it again as we play this game. Okay, I missed a jump, that was a little bit annoying, but what I will say with regards to this map is it's a nice map. I enjoy playing on this map, but when it comes to playing this map for a respawn game mode, I'm very, very happy that it's not in the rotation. Search and Destroy, I can deal with Search and Destroy, but when it comes down to things such as respawn, such as Hardpoint, Capture the Flag and Uplink, this map is really not a map for that particular game mode or those particular game modes. So I think it's a little bit more suited to the non-respawn variation game mode. So obviously your Search and Destroy and all that kind of different stuff. But one thing I will say about the Pharaoh is it's still a nice gun to use. It's still a good gun to use. But I would recommend, if you're ever going to use it, only use it when rapid fire is in play. Solely and utterly because it just absolutely destroys people sometimes. Sometimes, as you've already seen, this gun doesn't do fuck all, even with rapid fire. I'll take that easy kill there, but I will recommend that if you do play competitive and you want to use the Pharaoh, I would recommend only really using it when you play, when rapid fire is in the game. Now I know I haven't really been drinking the X Gamer right now, but at the moment I don't really have a period of time where I can drink it. Most of the time, if I'm drinking it during games, it will be when I'm playing like Search and Destroy. That's the time when, oh my god, get turned on. But that's the time when I normally drink the drink in between rounds or in between like certain action sequences or gunfights. It's obviously in a non-respawn orientated game mode, just because it's a little bit easier for me to obviously get those quick. Okay, I didn't intend on killing, get out of my way, I intend on killing the guy there with regards to not playing before I killed the other guy. Get me out of there. I'm 100 away. There we go. I was about to say I'm 100 away from my Wraith. I kind of wanted to play for my streaks there. But this is the first time I've played like public matches in general that isn't team deathmatch or kill confirmed, where I'm actually enjoying myself and I'm playing fairly well. There's my hater. I'll pull in my hater so I can see where the other team are. But right now I am what? I'm 15-3 and most of the other team are actually leaving the game. So at the end of the day, I guess that me doing what I'm doing right now with regards to the X Gamer being in the system, I guess, is actually quite good. Now, a lot of people will probably say, oh, it's not the X Gamer, it's you just being a good player. Yes, I slightly agree with the sentiment that you're sharing with me there, but at the same time, I normally take a long time to get warm playing Call of Duty, so for me, this is actually a first with regards to being able to just run around the map and just kill things, basically. It's something that doesn't happen often, and when I get my streaks, again, it doesn't happen very, very often. Like, I will get streaks, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time, they're just streaks that sometimes I wouldn't even believe that I would get. But we are down to just one Okay, we've got another person joining, but we're down to basically one other player on the other team. And unfortunately, the team that we've been playing against have been kind of, I wouldn't say molested because that's the wrong word, but they have kind of been destroyed quite admirably even, by our team, and no one really wants to join in. I've had my scythe pretty much the whole game, and I haven't really had a chance to use it, I guess, which is kind of annoying because I would have liked to have pulled it out. To start, actually, screw it, I'm going to pull it out here just to see if anything can. I'll take that scythe kill there, even though he wasn't even playing, but there we go. I have a strong feeling that this game, yeah, is about to end. We're at 240, and it's pretty much coming to a close. We went 20-3. Obviously, it would have been nice to be able to go a little bit more positive, I guess you could say, but 20-3, I'll take that. And we started to make the other team quit. So that's kind of the best possible scenario, I guess, of showing you guys what this particular drink can do. Now you're probably thinking you didn't even drink it that much, and that's what I mean. You don't have to have too much of this drink to be able to feel its effects within game. As I said, normally it takes me quite a while to get warm on this game and be able to start producing the kind of performances in a public match environment or a competitive environment. Like this morning, the first game that I played was Search and Destroy with my team, and I went like 1-7 or something like that. I played absolutely horrible. Yes, I had some X Gamer before that game, but it took a while to kick in. But this time around, it didn't really take too long to kick in. But I guess that's probably because I've already had some earlier on today when I was playing with my teammates. I had a little bit, well, I had a shaker cup full of X Gamer then. But nevertheless, guys, that's probably the best, as I said, the best sort of outcome that I could hope for with regards to that particular game and showing off what this energy drink can do. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say it's not the energy drink, it's how you play, but for me, when I have this drink, it just helps me focus a little bit more and sharpen up. As I said, sometimes I look at my phone when I'm playing and I shouldn't do. So this time I put my phone where I normally put it, which is on my like sofa seat, which is to the right of me, and I didn't touch it once during that game, so I'm quite happy. But my overall opinions and thoughts of this drink, it works for me. It might not work for everyone, but for me it definitely works. It's a drink that I would highly recommend. Even if you just buy a sachet to try it out, I'd highly recommend trying it out. I think they've got 2, maybe 3 flavors at the moment on their website, which obviously is, I think, xgamer.co.uk. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But as I said, this is not a sponsored video whatsoever. I just thought I'd make a video on my thoughts and my opinions on this particular product, and I just enjoy it so much. It has the same effect for me as G Fuel did. It's a lot healthier than the likes of Monster, Red Bull, that kind of stuff. So I'm quite happy with that as well. You use water with a powder, so essentially it's like a protein drink for gamers. But in my personal opinion, if you are serious about trying to improve your gameplay, I wouldn't recommend this, because if you're trying to improve your gameplay, you need to improve on everything. But if you're trying to focus up and sharpen up and just like try and avoid any distractions whatsoever, I would highly recommend this particular drink. What I'll also say as well is when I'm recording, normally I get distracted by like the game capture or my webcam or the fact that I'm recording myself or anything like that. Sometimes I get just distracted and I just can't focus on the game because I keep seeing like a delayed input of the game on my game capture. But when I have this drink, it's like when I'm looking at my monitor, which is here, I just zone in on this particular rectangle until that game's finished, and then I start looking at other things. It just helps me focus, it helps me sharpen up, and it helps me just relax basically in the game, which is the most important thing for myself. So overall opinions, I would thoroughly recommend it if you guys are looking for an alternative to Monster and Red Bull. By all means, if you want to drink Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar, anything like that, by all means do that, rather than X Gamer. But if you're looking for a little bit of a healthier alternative to those particular drinks, I'd thoroughly recommend getting yourself some X Gamer. But nevertheless, guys, that is the end of today's video. As I said, I'll leave X Gamer's website in the description below. Awesome company, and I can't recommend them enough. I can't say any more good things about them. And nevertheless guys, thank you so much for watching this video.